I hope you've been through, let the Israelites go.
Line off the lane, line off the lane.
I hope you've been through, let the Israelites go.
Precept off the precept, precept off the precept.
I hope you've been through, let the Israelites go.
Well, give me that in Ephesians chapter 6 or Romans 13 and 11.
Romans.
Yeah. It's 10 and 21.
This is the book of Corinthians.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 21, and it reads, "Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils."
What?
And the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
You gotta choose. You gotta make decisions. Alright? There's gonna be a time when the temptations are gonna come. And you know what? We fall short. We all fall short of the glory of the Most High. But we gotta try and be perfect to the best of our ability. Know to repent. Know when we do wrong. Yo, you know what? I put my hands up. I do it wrong. But that is the whole point. That's what the Most High wants from us, man. He wants us to acknowledge our sins, to know that we can do better. That's when He's gonna say, you know, I'm gonna make sure you never sin again. You get the new covenant, and you'll have the laws inside you, because you're striving to wanting to keep the laws.
Right.
First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 21.
Romans 3.
Yeah. First Maccabees 3. Let me bring that up.
Alright.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 31, verse 21, and it reads, "But we fight for our
lives.
Pardon. This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 20. They that come against us in much pride."
Much pride and batty man, pride months and that. They come against us, man. Read.
"And iniquity,
And iniquity, sins.
to destroy us."
What?
To destroy us.
They destroy our children with that pride month thing, man. Making the rainbow a symbol of their wickedness, man. When it was meant to, it's in the Bible for righteousness. Alright?
"And our wives and children, and to spoil us." And to spoil us.
So they come against our wives, against our children, to spoil us with their prideful pride month madness. Alright?
But we fight for our lives and for our laws. But we fight for our lives and our laws.
So what do we do?
But
We fight for our lives and our laws.
We're out here fighting. This is a spiritual warfare we're under. Understand? We're under a spiritual warfare. The weapons of our warfare, they're not carnal. They're spiritual. And this word is what we use. This is our swords. Every man's holding the sword. Well, not every man up here has these swords. Right? But these brothers, they're getting chingy right now. Right? This is chingy right now. Understand? Chingy ain't them guy with a knife and stabbing up your brother. That's committing a sin. This is spiritual chingy. Alright? Because He's made our words in our mouths like a sword. Understand?
wherefore the Lord Himself will overthrow them before our face.
The Most High is going to overthrow all our enemies before our feet.
And as for you, be ye not afraid of them.
Be what?
Be ye not afraid of them.
You hear that? We're not meant to be afraid. But never, the Most High doesn't give given us a spirit of fear. When we're out on these highways, when we're amongst all of these spiritual wickedness, we are ready for the persecution. We're ready for the people that are going to demonize us and dog us and throw middle fingers. They throw doo-doo at us and they try and attempt to kill our lives, and they've even threatened us that they're gonna threatened that they're gonna rape us, some faggots syndrome. You understand? But we fight for our lives and our laws, and we'll die. But you notice that one that says, "My greater love is no this." Give me John 15. There's no other greater love than this, that I lay down my life for you, sister. You understand? I'll jump in front of a moving train and push you out of the way for you, sister. You understand? Because that is the greatest. There's no other greater love than it. Alright, we defend and we look after one another, man. Alright?
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, than a man that laid down his life for his friend.
What?
For his friend.
We gotta be out here, and that's what they were doing in the Maccabee times. Right now, we're not doing it. We'll lay down our life for our job. We'll lay down our life for the damn, just to pay the bill.
Come.
Right? To get the Thames water sorted out. We'll lay down our life for the damn enemies, man. To get a visa, to get the green card, to come to England. You lay down your life for stupidness, man. They'll literally get on a boat and swim all across the canal just to get away from Nigeria, man. They lay down their lives for Babylon. And it's wicked. What, you come here, there's nothing good here.
Come.
You want to end up going back home. Send some money back home. Let's build up the land. Get the bricks. Alright? Get some guys to work for me. Alright? There's nothing good for in England, man. You want to go back home. And when you go back home, they call you a foreigner. Because what you doing here now? You left us. You jumped on the boat and dipped out and left us for that place. And now you want to come back here and what? And be like a prince, a king in here. They end up robbing you.
Good.
Taking your things, your owner people. Because you didn't fight for your people. You didn't fight and stand up for your people.
That's right.
That's what we're out here doing. And people, they don't understand. They see but perceive not what we're doing. They don't know that we're out here in the damn life because we're telling them to fix up from their ways. If I come to you on the side, I say, yo, sis, you know them charges, you shouldn't do that. But if I come to you in the highway and I say, yo, you're sinning, repent, or like a trumpet and saying the heart and tell them, they don't want to hear it like that. You know what I mean? But we're not meant to be respectful of persons in judgment. We're meant to give it to you. And on a one-on-one, it is good that we can tell you, look, you know, sis, you know, you're literally like, look, this is what we need to do. Because we wink at your ignorance, you don't know. But if they walk around thinking, oh, I know God, I've got a personal relationship with God. I've got the verse tattooed on my chest. That's madness, man. The law says no tattoos allowed. See, look, you've got a bag of tattoos, isn't it? No tattoos allowed in the law commandments of the Lord. No weave allowed in the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, it hurt her feelings because God's got woolly hair. You don't want to see damn doggy weedy heads. Alright?
This is the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth.
Through thy what?
Through thy truth.
Thy truth is Slakia. Thy word is the truth.
Thy word is the truth. That's what we read in Proverbs 8 and from chapter 8. It talks about everything we say in this Bible is simple and plain and it's the truth. Alright? You got
What do you want? 39.
Yeah.
This is Romans 13 and verse 11, and that knowing the time that now is
our
high
time
to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
So look, like we said, what is our mission out here? Our mission is to come out and show the people to repent, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, that they're the Israelites of the Bible, and that through repenting, that means you're going to know your sins and you're going to start to keep righteous and know the laws that the Most High wants us to obey. Because that is the whole point of a man's life and a woman's life, is to obey God.
Right.
Your life isn't to get a 501k before you die, and so that you can pass your house down to your children and that, and then they get an inheritance tax. No, the whole point of your life is to show your children that they are the Israelites and their God is the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and they need to keep the commandments. That is the whole point of our life. When you start to do that, everything increases. You be prosperous in life.
Right.
And you start to read, you start to get, the other nations will be like, look how beautiful this family is. You got the father in the house, the daughters listening, look how they wear dresses. You know what I mean? There's no families in the Christian church like that. You understand? There's still a proverb and a byword. They call themselves Jamaican or Black British. But God doesn't call you Black British. I've never seen in the Bible God said unto the Jamaicans. God said unto the Caribbean people. Sister, have you heard that before? God said unto the Caribbeans. But have you heard God said unto the children of Israel? Have you heard that? Well, there you go. That's why we need to know our identity. We're lost sheep. We are literally lost people calling ourselves a Christian. You're lost. I'm a black British Christian that comes from Jamaica. I come from Guyana. I come from Pace. No. West I come from the West Africa. No. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 5. Everything we say, there's a scripture. Have you noticed that as well? Everything we're saying is a scripture. There's a scripture. Isaiah 44 and 5.
This is
the book of Isaiah, chapter 44 and verse 5. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
He's gonna have English last name.
I shall call myself by the name of Jacob.
He's gonna have a Spanish last name or Italian.
I shall call myself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord and surname himself by the name of
Israel.
Exactly. You're not gonna be named Winston. You're not gonna be named. You know what I mean?
Colston,
Yeah. Brown. Smith. Yeah.
Williams,
Toby, man.
Toby.
Your name's not gonna be Toby. You seen Roots? Hunter Kente. Yeah, she seen it, she laughed. They whipped him, right? Then his name, they changed his name to some pagan name. Toby. What name is Toby, man? So that's what we're out here. We're trying to show our people their real inheritance. Give me Isaiah, Jeremiah 17 and 4. Right, our people are destroyed. Destroyed, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. All of them are snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. For they are a prey and none delivered, for a spoil and none saith restore. Who among you will give ear to this?
That's what we're saying. Who among us will give ear to what we're trying to say? We are spoiled. We're locked up in the prison houses, man. And the Most High done that to us. We're giving too much props to the Caucasian and the Arabs and the Egyptians and the Persians. We're giving them too much props. We're the strongest, the fastest and the smartest. We didn't listen to the Most High. That's why we are in the prison houses.
Disobedient.
That's why our women kick out the husbands out of the house. That's why the husbands don't own the house and the women do. Because we don't listen, our men and our women, we don't listen to the laws of God. That's why they end up in jail. That's the house now.
The
Your house is the slave master house. Yeah, yes sir, come here boy. And you're down working for the slave man, man. And your women loves to see a man without a beard. These women love it because now they know I can control this damn boy. If a woman see a man with a beard, she's a bit raw, she's a bit, her back's a bit up, you get me? Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to this guy. He knows himself. He's a lion, I'm a lioness now. I'm gonna have to be modest, and I'm gonna have to be shamefaced. In sobriety, I'm gonna have to humble myself. Like Sarah humbled herself for Abraham.
Right.
Like Rebecca humbled herself for Isaac. And Leah and Rachel, Deborah and Zilpah, honored themselves for Jacob. Right, read.
This is the book of Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
So we've been discontinued from the ancient ways. That's why we're out here saying, who among you will hear that why we are in a spoiled case? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Oh, this Bible now, it doesn't fit any nation. The ones that are spoiled in prison houses, it sounds like, this is only the so-called blacks and Hispanics Bible. It doesn't fit any other nation. Right, go on, read this again.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So the Chinese have their heritage, the Indians know their heritage, the Ethiopians definitely know the Ethiopians, they definitely know their heritage. Yeah, they can go back and say, Ethiopia, we've never been conquered. I don't have their accent, I don't know how they sound. But you get it. Right?
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
To serve our friends.
To serve thine enemies.
To serve our good loving kingfolk.
To serve thine enemies.
In the land which thou knowest not.
The land which we what?
Which thou knowest not.
We don't know England. We're by the rivers of Babylon. We was carried away into captivity and they want us to sing a song. How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? We can't sing the Lord's song in a strange land. We had to hang our harps among the willows, man. Sister, is this hitting home now? But you see, every verse we're reading, it always just sounds like it's talking to us. Every verse we're reading, it just sounds like this is our book. This ain't a white man's book. This goes against the Caucasian man. This goes against the Chinese man. There's literally verses in here we can read that says he wants to kill them for what they've done to our people. Jeremiah 30:16. Yeah, Jeremiah 30:16. And then we'll slap that one. That one will slap it. That one's a haymaker. That one might make her have beautiful dreams at night.
This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 16.
Bring it out!
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Have you heard that before? Has the Christian pastor ever read that to you before in the church? Everyone that has devoured the Israelites will be devoured.
That's right.
Read.
And all thine enemies.
And all that what?
And
all thine enemies.
And all thine adversaries. Every one of them.
That's the same thing as enemies. And all thy adversaries are enemies that are in a land that which we know is not. Go on.
Every one of them shall go into captivity.
So look, give that to this. Yeah. Hold that.
And every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And that's what they done. They hunted us down. Right? The Romans did it. They hunted us down for a prey. They spoiled us. And everyone that spoiled the so-called blacks and Hispanics, the Most High's got a biblical karma coming back to them. Right? This is what I read.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54.
Right.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
So as we know, the Most High made Adam to be master over all the creatures on the earth, right?
Of him come we all.
Everyone comes from Adam. That's enough to say. We're all Adam. We all come from Adam.
And the people whom thou hast chosen.
So now that's the question. Who are the Lord's chosen? Isaiah 40. You are the Lord's chosen.
44, yeah?
Well, it says,
Yeah, 44. 44.
yeah, 44 and 1. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 44 verse 1. Yet now, hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
What?
Whom I have chosen.
Israel is whom he has chosen. So you heard that? Everyone comes from Adam. Yeah, he's just agitated now, sister. Alright? You can make this the last one, and then if you have to, sister. Or you can stay as long as you have to. Remember, you're the one that's in order in the household. Remember this, right?
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sake.
You hear that? It says Israel who is chosen, and the Lord has made the world for the chosen people's sake.
Right.
So this whole world is made for the so-called blacks and Hispanics. Everyone else, you're just extras in a movie. You're like the backup dancers. You know what I mean? You got the main act, but then you got the backups and you got the props. Like just sitting up there. That's what the most like. It's beautiful. When we read the Bible, it paints pictures in my head now. I understand what my life means. Before, the church wasn't teaching me what my life meant. Oh, clap hands and sing the drums and play the baby. That's not what the Lord requires of us. Tambourines and that's not what it is about. The world is made for our sake, so we have to keep his commandments on this world.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam.
So now we spoke about the chosen, we have to speak about the other people.
Which also come of Adam. Thou hast said that they are nothing.
Oh, there's something to talk about.
They are nothing.
Yeah, let's give it down.
That they are nothing.
But be like unto splinters
spittle. Wow. Spittle. The most have you spat before? It's gooey, isn't it? It gets greeny ones, get bubbly ones. The most says that that's Flemington. That's Claire Flemington. That's Wally that's Wally Spittalot. That's Wally Spittalot, man. Where's Wally Spittalot, man? Peace and love, Keith. Alright? The Most High likes them unto spit. So why are we up here lovey-dovey in these people when he says that they're spit, man? Right?
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
No, look, you got that bottle of water, right? You're gonna drink some. Some might get on your spill out and drip on the floor. Are you gonna that drop from the vessel, right? From the that you're gonna go and lick it off the floor. But then that's like the Most High thinks of these other nations. They're like that drop that I don't even care about, man. It's don't cry over spilt milk, basically. That's what they say, right? Yeah.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
That's the point, man. There's lords. These people, they've become to be lords over us. Why? Because we did not uphold the Lord's covenant. There's blessings and there's curses. If we would have upheld the covenant, we would have had the blessings. If you read Deuteronomy 28 and you go through them blessings, wow, you would have been like, damn, why are we so stupid? Why did we want to make an idol and bow down to a stone and a stick when the Lord said we would be above everyone and own the sticks and the stones and everything? But now we calling the stick and the stone of God. Dumb. Our people are stupid. That's why it says our people are hard-headed, rebellious, stiff-necked. That's why you were saying earlier that the transition that you got to go through is hard. Understand? Go back to that Romans 11 and 13 and 11. My brother loves this shit. And that's how, I remember it says it takes a village to raise a child. You shouldn't be you are not allowed to raise that child on your own. It's not for you to do that on your own. You should have uncles, cousins, nephews, brothers, us, you should have to raise him up with this word. If they're not raising him up on this word, they want to raise him up to be the next drug dealer on the roads. You get that guy far away from you, sister. Alright? If it's your dad, your uncles, whatever. I don't care, you're not around my son. Only men that want to make sure we get into the kingdom of gold, the golden kingdom. With stone, with jewels everywhere. Those are the ones I want around my son. And when he wants a wife, there's brothers with daughters that he will get an Israelite wife. And he will feel blessed with an Israelite wife. You'll be like, he won't come home and get that the food will be cooked. Because we're going to bring up our daughters to look after the husbands. Now the daughters are getting a damn Dixies, man. They're getting a Sams and a MacD's, man. They can't even see them, man. Bring me back a 2-piece and chips. No, not our daughters, man. Alright? And they're going to know commandments of Lord. And even businesses, in Proverbs 31, you should read that, sister. Talks about a virtuous woman. I'm that Proverbs 31 girl. No, you're not. The weave shows you're not a Proverbs 31 girl, man. The tattoos and the OnlyFans show you're not a Proverbs 31 girl, man. Right? Instagram crazy shows you're not Proverbs 31.
This is Romans 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now is our time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Let us cast off the works of darkness. And let us put on the armor of
righteousness.
Yeah? Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but be put on the Lord. But put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
That's the point, man. Christian, that lust of the flesh. We need to put that off.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the point. If you go up to Sanford Hill, they can let their children walk around anywhere and it's calm. You think we're letting our children walk around anywhere? They end up missing in a damn plate or something, getting eaten, or the blood's getting drunk for adrenochrome and that. You think we're letting our children walk around? You mad? And you say melanin's worth what? £400 a gram. It's mad. Yeah, trying to grind them up into a suntan lotion, man. We're not about that, man. We're keeping our children next to our side, man.
That's right.
Right? And when they're next to our side, we're going to show them righteousness. Because they're licking their lips when they see a child walk up like that. Yes, he's slipping. Right? He carried. Caught him. That's why we've got to be careful. What's wrong with you? Yeah, you want to show her this? You got your wife's number. There's women who've got contacts. And you got, like you said, there's Instagram there. And there's Insta and the phone number, the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number works on that. So you can WhatsApp and we can get in contact with you. We can show you, like, have you seen what we're wearing here? Have you noticed?
Okay. I'm noticing now.
Yeah? Okay, she's noticing now. See, everybody's got him on. These are called fringes and we're wearing a ribbon of blue. See, everyone's got a ribbon of blue? So now the daughters of Israel, they wear these as well. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now look. You see here, right? It's a bit shady. But you see there, look, the one that's on the dress? And it's got the tassels and the fringes and that. It's a bit dark, but you can see these like Israelite women. Alright? Our women at home, this is what they dress like.
That's right.
Alright?
That's right.
And we're going to show you. Numbers 15. No, it's not. It's crazy because it's the worldly. We're coming out of the worldly state. So the more we get into it, remember it says we've been discontinued from our heritage. So we're now trying to imply our old ways, our heritage, because you want to walk that way. If you didn't want to walk that way, you can just go and do your own thing. But you want the kingdom. You want righteousness for your son. You understand?
Numbers. Our heritage, man.
Yeah, you see?
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel.
It's like Israel might be saved.
Water.
But wait, sister, this is a double standard. I don't mean to cut you. But people say it's too hot, so I need to wear, you know what I mean? I can't wear the dress. But then they say if they're too cold, they can't wear the dress. I know, I'm confused.
Okay,
Is it
so
too hot or too cold?
with like leggings, like, okay, so say someone wore dresses and wore leggings, I'm not doing it.
That's calm.
How? Is that not
No, because that's keeping us all warm. You get me? We're not telling you to not wear knickers and not wear undergarments.
leggings?
Leggings are not.
Leggings.
And it's made it. Oh, so
Sister, you know what it is? The whole point of it is wear modest apparel. Don't look whorish on the streets, innit? And don't wear men's clothes. It puts on a spirit on the women. It puts spirit on the women. That's got Man City on there. It's not got woman city. It's got... It is, I'm not lying, it does. It says that's Man City's training up kit.
Go on.
Wait, let me wipe your hands.
Manchester. I don't even know what you're looking at.
Even that in the long dress.
I don't even know.
Look at that.
Oh, look at even.
This is the book on 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 29. Let it not be thy will to destroy them which have lived like beasts,
So yeah, peace, like the other nations, alright?
but to look upon them that have clearly taught thy law.
Alright, look upon them that teach the laws, right?
Take thou no indignation at them which are deemed worse than beasts, but love them that always put their trust in thy righteousness and glory. For we and our fathers do languish with such diseases, but because of us sinners, thou shalt be called merciful. For if thou hast a desire to have mercy upon us, thou shalt be called merciful to us, namely, that have no works of righteousness.
So yeah, the Most High, we're looking for mercy because we never had works of righteousness. So now we're asking the Most High to look upon us and to just show us a little, not just to just rebuke us for stuff we don't know. We're people that are taken away from our heritage of the Bible. So we're knowing Babylon's ways. You understand? But once we do get to the knowledge, madness! Fire upon Sodomites, man! Utter madness, man! And I hope and pray he changes his ways, man. We want them to change and repent and change from that. We're out here to tell them to faggots, stop being batty boys, lesbians, stop licking at each other. We want that, man. We don't want, it doesn't work. It's like a virus on this earth. Did you know that the AI technology wants to soon going to end up trying to kill the people because they're trying to kill each other. A man and a man is killing the world, man. Yeah. The Migos, innit? Offset, Quavo and that. Man and man is killing the world. Right?
Right. So carry on, yeah? For 32, for if thou hast a desire, no, it's like a 33, for the just which have many good works laid up with thee shall out of their own deeds receive reward.
Yeah, that's the point. We're out here, give me that in Revelation 22. In their own deeds receive rewards. And what is that reward? Revelation 22.
This is
Yeah. Are we all here? Yeah? Let's get.
Can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Revelation 22.
This is from 14.
This is
One second.
Yes, sister. You're good, sister.
This is hold on. Yeah.
Alright.
This is Revelation 22 and verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Do what?
To give every man according as his work shall be.
So that is it. Right? The Most High, man, says, yo, he's got a reward. To give everyone according to their work shall be.
Can't.
Right? There's not just what you're doing on this world is going to be forgotten. Everyone has to make sure they're doing according to the will of the Most High. That is the works.
That's right.
The works is, and then within that works you're doing on this world is the reward for you, man.
Get that one in my father's house is many mansions. Right? And give me the
Luke chapter 19. Yeah. The,
Verse 2, I think it's Mark.
the talent.
John 42.
John 14.
Yeah. John 15, yeah. Got that, yeah? 5 counts. Yeah, look.
Is that Mark in it? Yeah, it's John 14.
Verse 6.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that they might know how much, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
Yeah, so this is the reward, the gain that you have, all right? By trading, what? Trading your life, putting your life down for your lords, for your wife and your children and for your brothers, man. All right, to come out here and show them and make the heart of the people's fat and their ears heavy, man.
Can't.
And it says how long? Until it be utterly destroyed, man. The land without inhabitants, man.
Can't.
Then came the third, saying, Lord, thy pound has gained 10 pounds. Verse 17. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful, and in a very little thou have authority over 10 cities.
How many cities?
Over 10 cities.
More pounds, the more cities, man. Alright?
Right.
Everyone's going to have the covenant. Everyone's going to have the laws, statutes and commandments in their hearts. But there are going to be people that have more for the works that they will receive the reward for the works that they have done. Read.
And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 5 pounds. Thy pound have gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities.
So yeah, you can have one. You know, like they love to do that in the trap. They have one piece of cocaine, they mix it with a bicard and turn it into 5 pounds. No, this is righteousness. We can go out there, show someone, he shows someone else, and then it's about spreading the word. Not about mixing the damn cocaine with bicarbonated soda, man. Thy pound has made 5 pounds. No, man. It's talking about righteous, building up a brother. He builds up a brother. You got a congregation of brothers. There's 5 of you now, man. Right? Thy pound has gained 5 pounds.
Right.
And another came saying, Lord, behold, here is my pound, which I have kept laid in a napkin.
You know what?
Laid in a napkin.
Yeah. You never tried to stretch it out. Yeah, he just holding it down to himself, man. That doesn't make sense. There's no reward for them guys, man. Read.
For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man.
Yeah, he feared the Most High, so he tried to hide the knowledge. When he says go into the highways, into the hedges, and bid them to the marriage, man. Read.
Because thou is an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, but reapest that thou didn't not sow. Slacker, that thou didn't not sow. And he say unto him, out of my own mouth I will judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I had laid down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore he gave us not thou money into the bank, that in my coming I might have acquired my own with usury. But he said unto them that stood by, take from him thy pound.
Take from him thy pound.
And give it to him that have 10 pounds.
Yeah, man, give it to the one with 10 pounds, man. And not even to the one with 5. Because they might think, oh, let's give it to the one with 5. He might need to give it to the one with the most, man, with the 10 pounds, man. Because he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it and he's been making magnum. You get it? That's how it goes. That's what it requires. That's the reward that we want to see from the Most High.
That's right.
Read that, please.
Hold on.
Yeah, that one first.
This is Exodus chapter 23 and verse 20, yeah? Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice.
What?
Beware of him and obey his voice.
So we need to beware of Yahushua, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. We need to obey his voice. He's got an austere voice. His voice ain't like on the damn the Passion of Christ. Alright, the robe and that. Oh. He ain't got no damn Catholic choir boy voice, man.
Some helium voice.
Some helium, alright, balloon voice, man.
That's right. Obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions.
Don't provoke him, don't piss him off, man. Alright? there's even a tune. I suggest you don't piss him off. Don't piss off the Mo. Yeah, that's what the Messiah is like. I suggest you don't piss off the Messiah, man, and hide the talents, hide the knowledge. Read.
For my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then will I be an enemy to thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversary.
But they want to hold hands with their enemies, man. They want to hold hands with their adversaries, man. They don't want to live by this commandment. If they did, if they were followers of Christ, they know that, and you listen to Christ, he's going to destroy your enemies, man. That's the prophecy that Christ is in the Torah. Where they say you don't have to read because the commandments are done away with. Madness, man. That's why I will not go to that damn stupid Christian church. Madness.
This is Sirach 20 and verse 30. Wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up. What profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly.
Better is he that what?
Better is his folly
than a man that hideth his wisdom.
That man that hideth wisdom. Right? Because give me Proverbs 21, 1 and 21.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 21.
Start 20.
Verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the street.
Oh, she's hidden in a napkin.
She uttereth her voice in the street.
Oh, he's an austere man, so let's be scared of the Messiah and hide our wisdom.
She uttereth her voice in the street.
That's where wisdom is. She uttereth her voice in the streets. That's what we said to the sister. We're out here because we found the truth, and the truth set us free.
Come.
So now Esau, innit? Yeah, the truth set us free. So now we know the truth that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they are the biblical Israelites that need to abide by the laws, statutes, and commandments. Why would we hide this? We're gonna make it plain to them and make them understand, make them run when they hear this, man. A lot of people are happy running into damn Babylon, running into Satan's house, running into the dance hall, running into the trap house, running into the damn what's it called it, the strip house, the strip club, man, or the whorehouse. They don't want to run into the church,
The real church.
Right.
or the spiritual real church on the highways, man.
She 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Will they what?
How long,
ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Will they what?
Will they
you
love
love simplicity?
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, they delight in their scornful ways. They're happy doing it, man. And they don't want to receive understanding and knowledge. They want to receive whatever the Babylon wants to give them, man. Another scapegoat, another way out, another benefit, another Babylonish garment, yeah. To get away from the, what do they call it? They're going through, what do they call that thing again, that woman? It's society, not anxieties,
At the end.
they feel,
The
insecurities, thank you. A lot of women are insecure, and these men that grow up in these single parent households, they become more insecure and effeminate than the damn women nowadays, man.
Right.
You try to talk to a man, he gets all of these emotional feelings, man.
Oh.
Brother, just now try to tell him, yo, you know, move around. You know who I am. And it's like, I don't want to, not just, yeah, you know what, you don't want to, cool, my guy, boom, boom, boom.
Trying to walk behind that.
Yeah.
Snake lane. Yeah, like, you know that.
Brothers take one step back. Let's take one step back. Yeah? That's what it is, man.
Amigo, español.
Español?
Un momento.
Un momento. Compadre, yo, hermano. They're like these niggas, how they know Spanish, man? They're meant to be English speaking, man. That's what it is, you know. Oh, compadre, amigo, hermano. They were like, how do these guys know Spanish now, man? I thought we had something to divide us. That's what it is. Because there's a division between the Hispanics and the Negroes, they think the language is a barrier. But now we're breaking barriers and understanding certain Espanol. Anyway, look. Give me the book of
we were slaves. Stop.
First Kings.
Yes, we just need to
Chapter 10.
beat them. Teach them to wipe their mouth.
First
Where
Kings
where
chapter
butter
10.
come from? Do you want me to tell you? From the blacks and the Irish. But I don't know how the French can come into it. Do you understand? Now, because he's teaching him. And I'll tell he's teaching him. Yes, sir.
The Irish are slave captors, really are.
I will. They got His name is Yahweh.
Yeah.
Yahweh or
Yeah.
Yahweh.
It's a strip it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So read out. Yeah, this is the reason why the so-called blacks and Hispanics, there's a segregation between us. Alright? Let's read.
This is 1 Kings 11 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh his power, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Amorites.
So Solomon wasn't meant to sleep with other nations, Caucasian nations. He wasn't meant to sleep with Arab nations. He was meant to stay with the so-called blacks, the Negroes. Alright?
And Solomon did evil in the sight of Yahweh and went not fully after Yahweh,
So yeah, he was pissed. He pissed off the Most High, right?
as did David his father. Then
So David didn't do that. David kept the words of the Most High.
Sorry, they died.
And likewise, Salakia, then did Solomon build an high place for Chemos, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that was before Jerusalem.
Yeah, he built like a Buddha, the Moabites, like a Buddha temple kind of thing, right?
And for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon.
Yeah,
And
and the Japanese, he built like an anime go crazy, you know what I mean?
Disgusting.
Like a Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, like
Disgusting.
forum and that.
And likewise, and likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burn incense and sacrifice unto their gods.
So he built bare things, bro. It was like a mall full of goods. Oh, look, as we speak, look. The Ammonites.
You know what?
Oh no.
They've got story time.
The Moabites, man. As we speak, Solomon built idols for them guys that he wasn't meant to do. Alright, read.
And Yahweh was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from Yahweh power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. And he commanded him concerning this thing that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not the which the Lord commanded.
Go on.
Wherefore Yahweh said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee,
Yeah.
and thou hast not kept my covenant
Yeah.
and my statutes which I have commanded thee,
Yeah.
I will surely rend the kingdom from thee.
I will what? I will surely rend the kingdom from thee.
I will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom,
He will not rend away all the kingdom.
but I will give one tribe to thy son.
The Benjamites and Levites have to be among all the tribes for a priest. So yeah,
For David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen.
Yes.
so yeah, there was a point that Jerusalem, they only dwelt the Jews, but then the other tribes, the other 10 tribes, right? They was called Israel. So that's why it's called Jew and Israel. There's a division now. There's a split because Solomon that wanted to deal with the other damn nations, man, and build their gods and altars and that, which he wasn't meant to do.
Khan.
And Solomon, being wise and knowledgeable, over everyone, I thought that would have been a simple, easy peasy, man. That should have been light work. Don't make no other gods. Don't make no other images. Something like somebody like Solomon, even he can slip up, man.
Can't.
Why? Because the heart. He trimmed his ways to seek love for the other nations, man.
Yeah, the women.
And the Lord knew he was going to do it. The
Can't.
Lord knew he was going to do it. It was foretold that 400 years slave, all of these things the Most High knew. No, that's it, good, man. So yeah, so 10 of the tribe. Yeah, let's get it, man. Go to the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10. Our people we segregated, man. We even segregated so much. Give me the book of Jeremiah. That we didn't even want to pray for them, man.
Amigo. No, señorita.
Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 15.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 15. And I will cast you out of my sight.
Moses said he's going to cast away the Hispanics and the Native Americans, right?
As I have cast out all the brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim. Therefore pray not for this people.
So we was told not to pray for them, right?
Therefore pray not for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession for me, for I will not hear you. Seest thou not what ye do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood and
Yeah, that's what was told to us, right? Don't even pray for them. Right, read that.
This is Hosea 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall
what?
be. Ye
You're not my people.
Yeah, it was said that don't even pray for the Ephraim, man. These are not my people.
There it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power.
And that's where we're going to join back. And we're going to come to verse 2, chapter 2. Chapter 2, turn the page. And it says it there, look. Yeah, read from start from 22.
Hosea 2 verse 22.
Bring it out.
And the earth shall hear the corn, and the wine, and the oil, and they shall hear Jezreel. And I will sow her unto me in the earth, and I will have mercy upon her that had not obtained mercy. And I will say to them which were not my people, Thou art my people.
Thou art what?
Thou art my people.
And they shall say, Thou art my power.
So yeah, that's when the so-called blacks and Hispanics, they're going to know that the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, he is the power of us, man. He is the almighty power of us. He's our God. But right now, to be fair, Negroes and Hispanics, they don't want to talk to each other, man. They don't want to, we're calling them spicks and, you know what I mean? We're calling them, look at these guys, they're just, hotel, they just work in the hotels, man. They're just janitors, man. They're cleaners, man. That's what we're calling them, innit? You guys are just cleaners, man.
Now
Delivery, yeah. Now you're Uber Eat. Now you're Uber Eat moped scavengers, man. Scavenging for the next order. Delivering me my oxtail and rice and peas and that. Yeah, that's what they're doing, bro. Yeah, that's what our people are saying.
That's right.
And then what are they thinking about us? The Hispanics and Native Americans just think we're just
Drug
we're
dealers.
just niggers, we're just drug dealers, we're just good enough to sell their cocaine. You know what I mean? Colombian and that.
Oh, okay.
A Cuban and that.
But they are as well, that's the fact.
Alright, that's not a good look. So let's get the book of Romans, chapter 9. We're going to join together, man.
Can't.
Yeah.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 24. Even us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Go on, but also of the Hispanics and Native Americans, right?
Can't.
As he saith also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved which was not my beloved.
Yeah, so get me the book of Ezekiel 37 and verse 15. And get me Obadiah chapter verse 12. Obadiah verse 15. 18. Obadiah 18. 37.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 15. And the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah.
That's right.
And for the children of Israel, his companions, take another stick, and write upon it Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another.
And join what?
And join them one to another.
So that's going to be a time when the Hispanics and the Negroes are going to be joined together. One. We're one people. They don't understand this spiritually. Imano, we are one people. You're my brother. You see what I'm saying? It's madness.
And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
And that's what we're saying, man. Show them what the Most High means. Make their heart heavy and make them understand the law, statutes and commandments and the curses of us, why we fit the same spiritually, man. Give me that Romans quickly. 8 and 16.
Verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Get 2 and 14. The Spirit itself beareth witness that we are the children of God, the blacks and Hispanics, even certain of the people in Philippines, the cities in India. You understand? Bantu nations all over West Africa, over Africa, the Akans. We understand we fit curses and conditions of the world, man. Alright?
This is Romans 2 verse 14. For when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves.
Spiritual understanding. Understand? We know that they are brothers and sisters because of the spirit that they have, man.
That's right.
They do things lawfully, like the natives wearing the fringes and certain things. The Hebrew dialect. Them even calling themselves Issachar before the Columbus even got there, man. They was calling themselves Asher and Issachar before they got there, man.
That's right.
Alright,
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37.
brother, we heard you listening for a minute. King, do you have any questions? Because I don't want to just rant. I want to talk to you. Do you have any conflict with what we were saying with the Native Americans and the Hispanics? Do you feel like they feel the same spiritual vibration we hold?
Tough one.
It wasn't all killed by the Native, like when it was killed.
Why do you say that
We're in the kingdom now.
No, I know, but why do you say that they're forbidden?
Okay, what it is, he just said that there was two nations. Alright? There was two separate kingdoms, northern kingdom and southern kingdom, that make up one nation, the 12 tribes. So 2 tribes was given to Solomon. That is the Judah nation, the Judah tribe, and the Benjamin tribe. So now, in history, when you go into the Bible, they will be called the Jews. Now, there's another people called Ephraim, Jeroboam. He was the king of the northern kingdom. The other 10 tribes, they segregated from us because of Solomon's disobedience. But then there was a time in when they went onto where no mankind dwelt in Astaroth, and they went off into the Americas. When you read 2nd Ezra, when you read the Maccabee Bible, the Apocrypha.
How do you know Ashcroft is America?
Because of the traditions, the spirituality that they hold. They kept commandments. They call themselves Issachar. They kept fringes. They had laws on them that come from Israel.
The only ones I remember wearing fringes are the Native Americans. I don't remember seeing them.
A strangers with border of blue. They kept feast days. They even subscribed to say that them Bible they're reading, the commandments they're reading, don't be a batty man, don't eat pork. That we already know that.
Who are you talking about? You were talking about
The Native Americans and the Seminole Indians said the laws that you're reading from this book, we already know. We already know about these. They even spoke the tongue, the Hebrew dialect.
Actual stones of them having people writing on their stones.
The carvings, the writings. So yeah,
I can understand that, but that might be somebody else, a different set of people that were in the land before they got there. How do you know
even so, they
that
still,
applies to
even
them
so,
people?
even so,
That's what I'm saying.
they still
But
keep
you
that
know-
vibration.
But you know that the Negro man had been in the Americas long before slavery.
Yeah,
So
that's
how
what
do
we
we
do.
know that wasn't them that was in America as opposed to
Alright, no, what we're trying to tell you, in this
That's what I'm
Bible,
talking about.
what's what we're trying to get at. Before slavery, in this Bible here, what is been taken out? It says how the Negro man got over into the Hispanic and the Native American man got into America before slavery. It tells you. It's tough one. And do you subscribe to the Apocrypha? Have you read Second Empress? And Asteroid, right?
Yeah, but I'm not. There's no archaeological evidence that says Astroth was America. Do you
Yeah,
understand what
I know, yeah,
There's
you're
nothing
right, yeah.
saying that is the place.
You're right,
We
you're right.
know-
You're not wrong, but hear this.
I'm not saying it's not
Spiritually-
true.
No,
what
you're
I'm
right.
saying is
But
there's no
hear this.
evidence
You
to
see
say
this.
that
You
place
see
is
this.
done.
You see this translation that we have, and that word there. It says that there's some things it's hard to utter in Hebrew than in the English, so they gave it that name. You understand? It's just something they just gave it that name. But we know spiritually that them people keep the vibration. I'm not going to say 100%, but it's I'll say 99.9% that they have that vibration of how we roll, and they fit the tribes. So who would you say? You would just say the other 10 tribes are if they're not the
I
Negro?
do think the 10 tribes are in America, but
Okay.
if you were to look at some of the natives, right?
Okay.
They don't look like them ones that you see on TV.
Oh, looks. We're going off looks.
Right,
Alright, let's
I'm
read this.
going off. Hold on.
Let's read this. Alright, go on. You went looks.
Right?
Look.
My point is this, right? Is that
Get the
when you look at the nations, there, right? Nation looks like a nation, right? If you look at Moab looks like Moab. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Esau looked like Esau, but when you come to Israel now you have the southern kingdom looking completely different from what it's supposed
The
to
northern
look like.
the northern
And
kingdom.
that's where I have the problem, because I'm like, how can they look so different and they're supposed to be one race or one people?
They're from the 12 tribes. Yeah, the 12 tribes. Yeah.
This is the book. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Ephraim done what Solomon was doing, sleeping with the other nations. And you know what happens? My brother here, his mother is from the Caucasian race. Understand? So what happens is when you mix yourself, this is not complexion. Is it not the same looking as the Hispanics? Is it not the same? Exactly the same complexion.
We're not going
So bro, one sec. Let the verse speak, brother.
Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength.
Who what?
Strangers have devoured his strength.
When you read the Bible, in the Apocrypha, it says, so that you let your seed be glorified, you don't want to mingle your seed with the other nations to keep it a strong pedigree. That is why they look now like gringo, like blanco.
See,
Verse 9. Strangers have devoured his strength. He knoweth it not. Yea, grey hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth it not.
There you go, bro. So you got any Did you want to say anything else after that? Because
Yeah,
it says Ephraim, the 10 tribes, they mix themselves among the strangers. And the strangers have devoured their strength by making them feel low. Get me? That's why they went away. That's why they couldn't bear it around them, and they just said, look, we'll keep our laws in another lands. Because these heathens.
A couple of things there.
Mano. And the curses, remember it says our names, we shall be a proverb, a byword. They're called Columbia. They're called Columbus. That's not their name.
Right? One of them mix up, right? Number one. Number two, your brother, right? We know who his father is, right? If a nation that you say is mix up, right? How can you be sure that they're all Ephraim, right? And they're not Esau, the conquistadors. If what you're saying is true, that they're all mix up. I don't believe that's true, right? I don't believe that's true. So that's the bit that I find problems with, yeah? I know who you are, who your father is, and that determines it. But ultimately it determines about your spirit as well.
Yeah, we just read the Gentiles, which have not the law, doing things by nature, the things contained in the law. So because we said that they've got fringes, now you're saying they're not the Israelites, but the fringes is pertaining to the law to the Israelites.
Yeah, no,
because that's what the Gentiles was doing.
I mean, you're telling me they've got fringes. The only people I see fringes is the Native Americans in North America. I don't see them. I don't see the Aztecs wearing fringes. I don't see the Mayans wearing fringes. And they were sacrificing to their gods.
This is Matthew.
People of the land.
Okay, brother. Yeah, all right. You're right. You are right. You're right. We're not saying you're wrong, brother. All right, you're right. But our people as well, we're sacrificing right now today to them. So what, are we not Israelites?
Fair enough, but that's
okay, there we go. All right, all right, but it is us as well. So if we are doing it and they're doing it, is that not the same? All right, brother.
I think you're changing the topic now.
It can't change. You mentioned something, so I said what you said, and I just reflected it back on us because we have to examine ourselves as well.
What are we talking about?
We sacrifice. Our people today are doing guzu, are doing budan. All right, they're doing madness, brother. Understand? They're dealing with Ethiopia, the Salam, with Rastafari and madness. Our people are doing madness, bro.
Listen, you have to remember, yeah, that Rasta was the first to notice who
fire upon Ethiopia.
Right?
Fire upon Selassie.
Yeah, the first
right?
to come
fire upon Selassie and Ethiopians and that mad guzu stuff they do, man. We're not Ethiopian. We're Israel.
This is Matthew 13 and verse 24. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. So it says, another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat.
So yeah, his enemies have slept with our women. That's happened, you're right. All of them might be Israelites. Understand? They could be Native Americans and Seminole Indians because the enemies have come and slept with our women, right? That made them tares. Every time. You been good? I recognize you. I don't forget you.
Always good, man. Always.
I don't forget you, too.
Verse 25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst thou not sow good seed in thy field? From whence have it tares? He said unto them, an enemy have done this.
What?
An enemy have done this.
You're right, brother. You're right. There's enemies, man. All right, but it says, but so get them amongst together. Yeah. You see it.
Verse 13 and verse 37. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth...
Start 36.
36. Then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked ones.
So the wicked ones, man. So we need to say the wheat amongst the tares. Right now, we can't make that differential between if this guy, if he could be an Israelite or he could be a heathen, that the enemy, his father done this and that. We don't make that decision. The Father will know in the day of judgment, and He will discern who is the Israelite and who is not the Israelite. Because even today, we can say the same thing. People might think Bob Marley's an Israelite, but his father's a Scottish man. He'll be considered as a tear. But we know that through what? Through evidence. And but there's some history that is lost of our forefathers. Now some brothers, I think it was it someone's friend that came up and said his dad was he knows his heritage, his granddad's Irishman or Scottish or English guy, so he knows that he ain't getting in the kingdom. He knows he's a tear.
Yeah, but
some people don't know their heritage.
Hold on. I think you've forgotten your history about Scotland and the Stuarts and King James of Scotland.
Yeah, bro, but they're the Scottish.
Hold on.
We're not saying the Scot.
Yeah, but
we're not saying the Scots. The Scottish.
These are families of Scotland.
You know what ish means?
Campbells.
You know what ish
They
means?
were known to be swarthy.
Do you know what ish? You know what ish means though? Ish. It means they're pretending to be the Scot. Yeah, so we're talking about Scottish, bro. We're not talking about the Scots and the Britannia.
What I'm saying is, right, is really,
Talking to brothers that
really
understand.
Don't really know, right, whether Bob Marley's father.
Oh, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man.
Hold on, wait a minute.
But Bob Marley's a heathen, man. And all of his children are devils, man. All of them are not getting into the
Right,
kingdom,
you know
man.
who King James is? Yes. You know his family, where he comes from? You know his black. Were they a black family?
Brother,
Are they the
forget
only-
that,
hold on,
man.
hold on. Are they the
Irish,
only black
Caucasian
families?
guys are going into slavery.
Were they the only black
Every
families?
European, Irish,
Huh?
Scottish, English,
Were they the only
French,
black family in
they're
Scotland?
going into slavery, man. There's no saving the Scottish people, man. Alright, they're the devil the Bible speaks of, man. And they're not wearing no kilt wearing, skirt wearing guys coming up here telling us that they're allowed to roll with us because King James. We're not hearing that, man. Especially brothers that need to start growing beards and put away them weeds in the smoking, that weed thing. You saw that spliff in your, or I saw that spliff in your hand, brother. You need to examine yourself before you worry about the Northern Kingdom, bro.
Hold on, you asked me if I have a question, and I come to you and ask a question. Me, I was going that way. You call me over here.
Yeah, but bro, you're trying to save Scottish guys now.
Over here. You asked me to come
Oh, you're
over
asking
here.
about Scottish guys now, man.
Yeah, I know. Because
To hell with Scottish people, man.
Fam, if
Bob
you got-
Marley's a devil, man.
If you want me to ask you a
Don't
question,
know.
I'm asking you a question. Like, I'm
Trying
not
to
being
save Bob Marley,
disrespectful. I'm asking you something. You know what I mean? I'm not refuting. I'm asking you something to think about. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's
Alright, bro.
possibility there's a remnant that's in Scotland. We
So
don't
let's
know.
read. So let's read 2 Ezra chapter 8. Let's read afterwards.
That's why you have to convict by the Spirit, because we don't know people's lineage.
We just told you we won't know.
That's what
Give me
I'm
that in
saying.
Timothy.
So why are you condemning him if you don't know? It's my point.
Because he's
How
Scottish.
do you know? Listen, have a nice day, guys. Have a nice day.
Answer the question. You need to put on a dress and he needs to put away the weed. That's what needs to happen over here, man.
So like it.
People are looking at us like we're doing anything wrong. When we got your own sins, you got your own salvation, you need to search out with fear and trembling, man. Yeah, you need to sort out your own. When you want to sort out the Northern and the Native, you can't. Someone's meant to receive righteousness and the laws and the commandments, but you're gonna what? Put a stumbling block before them. No way are we gonna do that up here, man. We're gonna make sure that the door's open for all the Negroes and Hispanics and Native Americans, the one that fit the curses of the Israelites, man. And he subscribes to the Apocrypha, but yet, how do you know? How do you know?
Can't. So like
We know because you need to grow up and you got the line up a bit sharp, man. Keep cutting up the things. That's why wisdom won't enter, alright, into a body that's
a malicious
subject unto sin, man. Into a malicious soul, man. Understand will never flow into a brother that still wants to burn a zubi on the sidelines and cut up the bed, man.
It's called that Bob Marley syndrome.
It's the Bob Marley superior, man.
Because a lot of our people, because of Bob Marley sings that one love and all of that, it's that Bob Marley syndrome. They can't get over it.
Let's get
They don't accept the fact that Bob Marley's dad was.
But he's talking about one love, right? with the Scottish guys,
But he
don't
don't-
want to push away their own brother, fam.
Can't.
Madness. You want to push away the Hispanics and natives, but want to bring in the Scottish guys in the kilts and that. Our people are destroyed, man, because they love master so much. That's what we get to, man. The spirit, remember it says try them whether they be of the spirit. We tried him, he's getting off, man. He needs to work out his own salvation now, man.
Second is 8.
No. Talking about Astor, isn't it? 14.
14 and 30, 44. I'm putting a little bit higher.
Remember, they need to join together, though, innit? Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, Obadiah chapter 1. Verse 18.
13.
We're talking about Northern Kingdom, so it's all on the same topic, right?
This is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 40.
Somewhere over here.
41. Yeah? No, start at 40. 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the same time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanessar the king of Assyria led away captive.
So yeah, we read Hosea, right? Ephraim has joined himself unto idols, right? Let him alone, right? Mixed himself among the strangers and that, right?
Can't.
Go on.
And he carried them over the waters, and so came into another land.
Yeah.
But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country.
Hey, Mano. Compadre, your brother, you know. We love you, bro. Alright, but Negroes and Hispanics, bro, we're one people, brother. Alright? Hey, yo, fuck Columbus, bro. Alright? You understand? Alright? I say it, bro. I say it proud in my chest, man. Alright? King Leopold and all the Congolese, to hell with King Leopold, man. Alright? We say it with our chest, man. And to hell with the Britain, Britain, man. Great British people, man. And the Scots, alright, but the Scots, alright, the Scots and the Isles and the Britannia, alright, shalom to them, brothers, alright.
But they took, 41, but they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land.
How can you laugh at us and you're alone? It's not. No, seriously, I don't mean, it's not funny. I'm kind of crying, but it's more of a hurt. You're laughing at and you're alone. You know what I mean? If you had like 10 of them there laughing at us, at least it's got a congregation of fully people laughing in it. But it's more stupidity when you can see your brothers and you're laughing at them for laying down their lives for the word of the Most High, man. You must have Satan's on that, brother, man.
It was madness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad.
That they might, 42, that they might there.
Second Ezra 13 and 42.
Yeah, God. That they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land.
And that's what we were saying. The reason why they went over to that land is so that they could get away from heathens, man. That we joined onto them, and you know what? The iron is showing. The rust is showing from the iron. These guys are our enemies, and we made the covenants with them. We should have never done that. Let's run away. Let's float away. Let's get out of here, man. Let's sail away, man.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
And listen, all you people looking at the map that you've got from your Caucasian guys, stop it, man. Saying, oh, look at how could they get over there when you get the... You're looking at Esau's map. Do you reckon the world is really paved out? The Most High paved it out the way Esau has looked at it. You got it on a A4 paper. On landscape mode. But the world is created of the circle of the earth. He sits on the circle of the earth, man. on the firmament. So it's not no damn flat A4 paper with rectangle shapes, man. How did he get from here to over here? You damn Israelites that love to question the Father's movements, man. It's too high for them to understand that the world. Well, we've got it, innit? Where is it? Where's the right map that they should be looking at? Where is it? There it is. This is how the circle of the earth. So you can travel from Israel to the Americas. You can travel there, man.
Can't.
The way you're looking at it, like, how could it take a year and a half? It doesn't scientifically match up. Madness.
This is 2nd Ezra 13 of verse 45. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsaroth.
There you go, yeah, they do on that. And that's the point, man. The point is, Obadiah 1 and 18 now, man. This is the real point. Before they took us here. Alright? And the way of the sea, I think there's one in, there's a precept for that. Because remember someone might say, oh, is that talking about they went on ships? Go to so I got precepts in my sword. Sorry, one second. Matthew 9 and 1. Matthew 9 and 1. You can get Matthew 9 and 1. We go back to that verse 44, right? Verse 13:44, right? 9.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Bring it out!
And he entered into a ship and passed over.
And what?
And passed over.
So when you enter into a ship and pass over, right? Read that again, because it says Passover, right?
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 44. For the Most High then showed signs of them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
So they were what?
Till they were passed over.
And that's what it was, man. Till they passed over. The precept is you pass over with ships.
Can't.
Matthew 9 and 1 can clarify them passing over wasn't walking through like Moses. It was passing over with ships. Now when you go to 2nd Ezra, when you go to Kings, Solomon had ships. Now we're talking about in the time of 2nd Kings when they went away from the Assyrians, right? 9 and 1. That is when they went away from the Assyrians, right?
Correct.
That was in the time of 2nd Kings. So they had ships because the ships came about in 1st Kings. Ships came about from Noah.
Come.
They knew about ships, man. You're belittling the damn northern kingdom like they can't make a ship, bro. They need to walk. Like they never had enough vessels and trees and that to. They got knowledge and understanding. It's you lot that think stupid, man. That the people of old never had ships. You dumbasses, man. Our people are weak-minded, are very simple. Because they want to question and always want to debate and negate the facts. You're bringing your rhetoric. Whatever, man. We're bringing God saith with precepts, man.
Right.
Righteousness. So yeah, bring out Obadiah. Well, you got that. I want 2nd Ezra 15. I just saw it. 2nd Ezra. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. As I was looking through.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
What?
And the house of Esau for stubble.
Yeah, we're going to join together. The Most High is going to bring us together to slay. In that day, you're going to find out the right Hispanics and Native Americans. There's meant to be 10 tribes, more tribes than the southern kingdom.
Come.
So you're going to see them come out from somewhere. Some brothers might call themselves Judah or Benjamin, and really and truly, you might be
Ephraim.
yeah, you could be
Manasseh.
yeah, it's Zebulon.
Zebulon.
Could
Gad.
be Manasseh, no?
Who?
No?
Be Naphtali.
It could be Naphtali right there, man. Look, call it, you've been Benjamin your whole life. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a wolf, man. Benjamin, man. And your Howard try to come, no, your gate's over there. Your Howard try to say, you're Naphtali, mate. But you're not going to turn it down, are you? I'm Benjamin. You're going to just walk through your gate, man.
Come.
Imagine saying, your Howard try, no, you got him. I'm telling you, bro. You're Naphtali, bro. Yeah? Come all this time thinking that at least you're not a tear. Let's go through the gate, man.
Innit?
You know what I mean? Like, read.
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 60. And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city and shall destroy some portion of thy land and consume part of thy glory and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed.
That's what's going to happen, man. The so-called blacks and Hispanics are going to destroy it. I'm going to mess it up, man. And that's going to be glorious, man.
Right.
And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire.
And they're going to be cast down as stubble, and we're going to be unto them like flames, man.
Come.
Flames and fire, man. The so-called blacks and Hispanics, man. It's going to mess up this kingdom, man. Alright, so yeah, man. Any brothers got any precepts they want to... Anything they want to say? Yeah, man. I'm going to pass on to the next powerful speaker to finish up the Nazarite news, man. Alright, promise, man. Can't.